Well, hello, hello, and welcome to Melissa's Crafting Treehouse. I am Melissa Kerman, and I am the chief chick of the Treehouse Chicks. This is my team shirt. Excited to wear it today because I just came back this weekend from the Stampin' Up convention that was in Houston, Texas. And I was with some of my team members, and it made it so much fun. There's nothing like being with fellow paper crafters that love what you do and getting to hang out. And I got to see all kinds of people that I know from Stampin' Up from throughout the years, made new friends, and got to hang out and get to know some of my team members better. So it was so much fun. So I just had to wear my Treehouse Chicks team shirt today. If you follow me on Facebook, you'll see that I've changed my banner over there to show a picture of the five of us that were there. We're being a little goofy in the picture, but that's all part of the fun. So go on, check it out if you want over on Facebook, if you want to see my new photo on my Facebook banner. So anyway, I have so much fun today in store for you. Hi, Laura Lee. Thanks for commenting and saying hello. Please do comment and say hi. Introduce yourself if you're a new to my treehouse. And share anything about you that you want. I love when people reveal themselves to me when they comment. One of the most fun things that happens when I'm at these large events is occasionally people will come up to me because they know me from my videos on YouTube or on Facebook, and they introduce themselves. And it is really a highlight of the events for me because it's just so nice to put a name to a face. And to get to know people. And it's such an honor to have people out there who watch me and enjoy what I create. So it's a real gift. So thank you to all of you who are out there watching. Whether you reveal yourselves or not, I appreciate it. But if you say hello, I especially appreciate it. So just to say hello to a few people here. Hi, Sharon. Hi, Donna. Hi, Maggie. Welcome from Idaho. Thank you for sharing where you're from. Hi, Bonnie. Yes, had a ton of fun at the convention. And I have a ton of things to show you today. So I've got a paper crafting project. Super excited to share that. I'm going to be showing you the new in colors. I don't have the ink pads yet, but I have the cardstock, and I'm making my project with the in colors, which makes it especially fun. And then I'm going to show you all the goodies that I got when I was there. Now I'm going to tantalize you and torture you maybe just a little bit, because in behind me, do you see the box over there? I don't know which way I'm pointing. Right there. That literally came today. It's not even open, but I'm not going to open it. I'm just going to leave it there and know that I'm going to open it. I'm going to sort through it, and I'm going to show everything that's in there. My goal is to do that next Thursday for my YouTube Live. Now, I also noticed that last week, by accident, I said Facebook Live when I'm on YouTube, because this is all a changing thing for me. I've been in the past going live on Facebook, but now I'm going live on YouTube, and this is my second time, and we're excited. So if I say it by Facebook by accident, I apologize. It's probably going to happen maybe a few more times before I get used to this. So, excuse me. Hi, Deborah from Texas. Hi, Deanna. I hope I'm saying that right, from New Mexico. Love New Mexico. Spent time there many summers as a child with my family. Hi, Missy from Atlanta. Thank you guys for introducing yourselves. I love that. Hi, Carol from South Carolina. Yay, so fun. And if you happen to have met me at On Stage or anywhere else, please mention that. I asked a few of the people that I met to remind me so that I can kind of, keep making the connections, who's who. So without further ado, I'm going to get started. I'm going to start by just showing you what you see right here is the cover of the new annual catalog. So the new annual catalog is coming out at the beginning of May as a demonstrator by attending the convention. Those of us that attend, we get the actual physical catalog. Can't open it and show you the pages. Only demonstrators can see that, so it's against Stampin' Up policy to show you the inside, but I can show you the cover. It's a very different cover. Stampin' Up talked about this a little bit. the focus on gatherings, getting together with other people and sharing paper crafting with them. And that's where the genesis of this came from. Some people have commented it looks more like, we're getting together to eat food and stuff. And, that might be so. But the whole point is we get together, we enjoy each other, we share paper crafting together. So I think it's a beautiful cover. Now we're going to be using on the project today, the Delicate Forest stamp set. I am not using the dies yet. I barely use these dies. I'm going back to my roots and really focusing on stamps and techniques. So, but we are going to be using this today, and I did want you to see the dies that go with it. And I'm super excited to tell you too that this is in this catalog, so it's not going away. So I still get to keep playing with it. I'm super excited about that. So the agenda. I'm going to actually do some paper crafting with you first. And then at the end, I will go through some basic announcements. I'm going to show you all the things I got it on stage. And I have some one freebie that I'm going to give away to everybody today. And I have some items that I'm going to sell at a discount. So today is also the continuation of my 21st anniversary celebration. I'm coming back over to say hello. So while I was gone on March 14th, it was my 21st anniversary as a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator. We played around and celebrated a little bit on the 7th of the month. On the 14th, I was with about 2,000 stamping friends. Appropriate, right? And today is the 21st, and it's my 21st anniversary. Pretty cool, huh? I thought that was just sort of fun. So I wanted to do sort of a play on that idea. So I'm going to tell you more about it later. But bottom line is I have a whole bunch of really cool PDF tutorials that I have created and put my blood and heart and soul into because that's what I do. And I'm going to offer them at a deep discount. So, and I only have a handful because I had to kind of get them like ready to do this. And, but I'm going to show you which they are at the end. I'll tell you which ones they are. And I'm going to offer either 21% discount, 42% discount, double 21, or 63% discount. So you have, so you can look forward to learning more about that at the end. All right, so just stay tuned. And again, there's a freebie in the description of this video. I actually forgot to mention it 2 weeks ago. So I want to remember because it's a free tutorial bundle for you. So I don't want you to miss it and not look at the description of this video. All right, so back over to my desktop. Let's get started with our paper crafting. That's what you guys are here for. I'm so sure. Thank you, Maggie. Thank you for the wishes on my anniversary. Yes, I appreciate that. Okay, so I'm going to take my catalog away. Oh, and look what's behind here. This is one of my announcements. I'll just say something about this now. So the annual catalog, the 2024 annual catalog, is retiring. And there are 5 pages of items that are retiring here. And it's fine print. I have created this PDF. I removed all of the French stamps. I actually made the font bigger, believe it or not. You would never be able to tell by looking at this. To make it easy for people, there's a link to that PDF in the description of the video. And the January to April mini catalog is also retiring the end of April. So there is a retiring list on that as well. And that's linked in the description of the video too. I have 2 copies of the annual catalog list. So there you go. And look what's underneath. I hid it underneath. So we're going to be making a version of this card, and I'm doing what I call a rewind redo. And I like to do this when it's my anniversary. Some of you have been around a while. You know that this is what I do. So I've taken a project, and I have these projects all over my studio that I created in the very first year I was a demonstrator. So way back in, what was it, 2003, right? Yes, so I'm starting my 21st year now. So anyway, so this is a beautiful card that I'm sure lots of you recognize, lovely as a tree. And it's a very, very simple card. So this was my inspiration for today's project, and I've done multiple variations. I made it more complicated. That's what I do now, right? Because I've been doing this 21 years. I add more details. So for this one, I've actually heat embossed it and done a whole bunch of different steps to kind of get this look. And it's still a pretty simple card, but I reoriented it to be portrait instead of landscape orientation because my trees are tall and I needed to take advantage of the height. But it's sort of the basic same-ish layout and same elements. So I'm going to leave that. Well, I guess I'll put that off camera. I'll show you later. And I've made a couple of versions. So we're going to make even another one today. This one is done with Parakeet Party, which is one of the outgoing in colors. This is made with Pretty in Pink. Does that sound familiar to anybody? That is one of the new in colors, and it's actually a returning color that was removed from the color lineup, I don't know, a while ago. So this is one of the in colors. This is also one of the in colors. They're slightly different. I'll explain that a little bit later as I create. This one is one of the new colors, also one of the new colors. So these two, we're going to make a third one tonight that is yet another color. So I'm going to go ahead and leave that off the side there. So yeah, I'm going to show you the in colors, and maybe I'll just quickly show you them right now. So one of the things that I participated in was something called On Stage After Hours. Okay, it's not showing up. Having a delay. Okay, there it is. So it was an extra event that demonstrators could participate in. And we got to pick a bundle that went with it. We paid a little extra to go to this event, but it was so fun. And one of the best parts of it was that Stampin' Up gave us a whole bunch of goodies. So they gave us a pack of the new in color cardstock. So all that, right, to play with just to get started, and love that. And then they also gave us the embellishments that go with it. So there's the embellishments. I love these. They are super sparkly and pretty. And yeah, I'll show you more later, but I'm getting excited and off track. So these are the new colors. So this particular card is made with the what's called Shy Shamrock. It's going to take me a long time to remember these names. And so by writing them down, that kind of helps me remember. Peach, well, Petunia Pop is the third. Pretty in Pink is the fourth, and Splash is this last one. So these are the colors. They all kind of look nice together. I intentionally put this one separate from that one because when they're right next to each other, they almost look the same, but they're really quite different. This has more bluish in it, and that has more, I guess, would be yellow. It's more green. This is more blue. So those are our lovely colors. More on that later. So we are going to be playing with I'm going to have to go check where is it? Okay. I have to leave my names nearby because I definitely don't have them memorized yet. So this is Peach Pie. Okay. So we're going to be playing with Peach Pie right now. So this is like a super simple layout. So I think you're going to like it. Any thoughts on the in colors so far? Comment and let me know if you have any thoughts on the in colors. So we're going to start with the most basic of techniques, and that is tearing. This is something I think we used to do a whole lot more back in the day when it was, early on in my stamping career. And if you hold the cardstock, the piece that you're pulling away is, of course, the piece you're not going to use. And pulling away at it, it leaves the cardstock on the right with a really nice, pretty edge. And you see the inside of the cardstock. So you definitely want to be pulling in such a way that you leave the inside showing. Hopefully you guys can see that. I'm getting a very fuzzy view. Hopefully you guys are getting a better view than I am on camera. But you see those inside fibers. Really nice. All right, so that's our first step. We're going to actually use this piece later. Now, just to compare, that's the nice. You guys are not getting a delay. I'm getting a delay, but I'm going to cross my view. It's a lot less interesting. So it's kind of even, and you don't see the inside fibers of the cardstock, but on this side, you have this really nice texture. So, and again, hopefully you're seeing that. So the piece, that's the nice side. So I'm going to face that one up because I'm actually going to use that for something. And then I'm going to start with this image here from the set. It's like a ground, sort of a ground image. And I've used it in a variety of ways. To get started, I'm going to use my Tuxedo Memento Black. And this is photopolymer, so you definitely want to use the Memento with it. If you use StazOn with photopolymer, it's just not good for the photopolymer, and it will stain it permanently. Black StazOn will stain it permanently. Oh, you like the colors, Deborah? I'm so glad. And you, Sharon, you like the in colors so far? Yeah, and when you see them in person, that'll make a big difference, of course. And I don't have the inks yet, but I just have the cardstock so far and the embellishments. Oh, Barbara says hi. Thank you, Laura Lee, for conveying that. So say that YouTube is a little bit different on the comments, right? So what I found last time, and I haven't figured out the mystery to this, I can see the comments as they're coming in, but I can't go back and look at them after the live. Now, there's probably a solution to this, but I just haven't figured it out. So last time I asked you guys a whole bunch of questions. I showed you a bunch of past projects and asked you which ones you might like to see. But then I couldn't go back and read the comments. It was so frustrating. So I have no idea what you said. And if I didn't respond to your comments, that's the reason why. So I apologize if you were on last time and you expected me to respond, because I do try to respond to comments. Okay, so now I have inked this up completely. But what I'm going to do first is I'm actually going to stamp off. So I'm bringing in my little foam pad, because the ink comes off polymer stamps a little bit better when you do it on a foam pad. So I'm going to actually stamp off, and then I'm going to start with just stamping kind of close to the picture, not pressing the whole thing down. I'm just kind of rocking it. Layer. So, and I don't want to go all the way to the edge. I'm going to get my head in here, I think, a little bit. I'm going to do another one. And again, I'm just tilting it. And my goal is just to try to get kind of the top of it. And this is, you know, it's going to be the ground, so it doesn't have to be an exact line. It doesn't have to necessarily line up. But I'm trying to get just kind of a subtle element of the ground. So you can see it's kind of intentionally, oh, I flipped myself around. How did that happen? I've done that before. I don't know how that happens because I'm not touching my little mouse there. Okay, so back to what you really want to see, which is the stamping. Oh my goodness gracious. Technical difficulties are too funny. Okay, so that's my first step. So next step, I'm going to stamp. I'm going to ink up the stamp again. And now this, well, actually, I take that back. I'm going to get that ink off there. Now, when I ink it up, I'm just going to ink it so that it's tilted. Okay. So I really just want to get some black ink towards the top of the stamp. So you can see I've only inked it at the top. That will help me control where I put it. And I'm going to probably get my head in camera again. And I'm just trying to get a little bit of a dark line towards the top. There we go. This is going to create sort of a nice, interesting ground, if you will. Okay, so I did that again. And like I said, it doesn't have to be exact or perfect because it's just like ground, and ground is dirty and messy, right? All right, so next up, I'm going to actually clean the stamp. I've got my cleaner over here off camera. I'm just going to do this off camera. You guys can probably see me over here in the little screen. And this is all we're going to use that Memento Black for. We're all done with it. Okay, so now I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm going to pat that all over my focal piece. And now I've got Versamark, which is the most versatile ink pad in the catalog. And if you don't know Versamark, you must know it. It should be your friend. So I'm going to do the same thing with this little stamp that I did Hold on. Okay. Trying to make sure I don't accidentally show me instead of the table. Okay, so I'm going to do the same thing with this with Versamark, just getting the top portion. You're not going to be able to see it because it's clear ink, but I am going to just kind of tilt it on there. So it's kind of, you know, like I'm doing this. Can you see that on the bottom? Yeah. So just kind of tilting it on there. You might get some on the block, but that's okay. If you do it towards the less likely to do. Okay, so now I'm going to do the same thing again. And I'm doing it right at the top where the black is, just getting the tiniest little bit on there. Doing the same basic thing. Okay, I know this is a lot for the ground, but you know, I think it turned out beautiful. So, you know, I'm a little partial. It's worth it to me. Hopefully it's worth it to you too. All right. So now I've inked up my tree image, and I'm going to take this masking paper, which is tacky on the back, and it to overlap just a bit. And we're going to do 3 trees, all in the center, and a little bit to the side, not exactly. Now, one of the cool things about Versamark is it's like a watermark, but you can also heat us with it. I'll bring it up to the camera in just a minute. Oh, a rogue hair. This is what happens when you have lots of hair. Hairs show up everywhere. Maybe you didn't see it on camera, but I could see it. All right, and then we're going to do a third one. I'll bring this up to the camera so you guys can see it in a minute. That's lower down. So I've got 3 different heights of my trees. This one's way low. There's like no trunk on that one. I should have probably done higher, but what the heck? What can you do? It'll be fine. It's handmade, right? It's not supposed to be perfect. And now I'm going to grab my black embossing powder. I'm going to take my mask off because I don't need to get embossing powder on that. And I'm just going to cover the whole surface with my black embossing powder. I love embossing. If you know anything about me, you know I love it. Every color. I like the metallics. I like the white. I like clear. It's favorite technique. Okay. And I can see that I got a little line of Versamark up there at the top. So it's wanting to put some powder up there. So what I'm going to do is take my little handy dandy paintbrush, and I'm just going to wipe it off. Just, and then tap it off. Now, one thing with black embossing powder, you don't want to really rub it with your finger. Black has a habit of actually sort of drawing a line, like you'll have dirty mark on paper if you rub it with your finger, if you're like pressing the little particles against the paper. So you don't want to do that. So that's why I'm using my paintbrush. You see, that's just a little bit on the edge, so it's okay to gently wipe that off. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and heat emboss this. Everybody still with me? Who else out there loves heat embossing? Raise your hand or say hello and tell me. So we're going to make some noise. Going to let this heat up just a little bit. Grab a little tool here to hold down my piece. Okay, I think it's probably hot enough. Bonnie, you love heat embossing? Yay. I'm sure there's more of you out there that do. It's definitely a favorite. After I get a little bit of this done, I'll bring it up close to the camera so you guys can see the magic happen. But I'm just going to wait until I got enough so that I have a safe place to hold it and I'm not going to burn my fingers. Don't want any burnt fingers. Okay. So one of the other things about black that's important to know, you don't want to overheat it. because you can easily burn the embossing powder and it melts into the paper and is loses some of its raisedness, for lack of a better way to say it, raisedness. And it loses its shininess too. So there's a tiny little bit over here on the side where I kind of did it a little bit too much. So you want to watch it carefully and don't heat emboss any longer than you need. So there's step whatever that is. All right, so next up, I'm going to grab my tree image again, and I'm going to stamp a couple of trees in behind. So these are going to be sort of the ones that are further back and in the background. I'm just using the Versamark, so it's a tone on tone for a subtle background. Yes, and I actually re-inked this before I started, but I'm going to actually ink it up just a little bit more again, because the more ink that's on the ink pad, the darker the watermark is going to show. And I really do want it to show well. So the one tricky thing about Versamark, I like to store it upside down because it's very viscous and thick, and it's hard to actually squeeze it out. So if it's upside down and it's flowing to the tip, it's just a little bit easier to get it to come out. So I'm squeezing it. I'll show it to you in just a second and see this goopy ink sitting on the surface. There you go. You can see all the droplets, and I'm just going to kind of rub it around with the tip. And then we're going to do our next one, and it'll have a little bit more. You'll see it a little bit more. Now, if I really wanted to go crazy, I could ink it up with the Versamark and heat emboss in clear on the watermark to look more pronounced, but we're going to go for a second. Fine. All right, so a tree over here. Oh, and I didn't mask. Dang, took my mask off. It's not supposed to be down below. Well, there's going to be a few down below now because I wasn't paying attention. Again, handmade. And people always say they like to see when I make mistakes, right? Because you know that I'm human. And as much as I practice off camera, you know, there's sometimes you make mistakes, and that's okay. All right, so we're going to do one right here. I'll bring it up to the camera so you can see because it's pretty subtle. And I'm trying to get each one of them a different height. I don't want any of them to be exactly the same height as the other one if I can help it. So that's what I'm trying to do. Just gives it more of an organic, natural look, right? So how often do you see trees that are all exactly the same height unless they're all planted at the same time or something like that? So I'm going to do one more down low, I think. I might not see this one too much, but I'm just going to do it anyway. All right, and if you guys can see the watermark look there, it's not really coming through on the camera that I can see, but maybe you guys can see it. So there's that. Now I am going to then take this off. Hope that we don't see one of those lines that I threw there by accident. And I'm going to take this little scrap and I'm going to do the same thing. Actually, you know what I'll do? I'm going to actually use this leaf image. I haven't used this one very much. And so I'm going to use that on my torn piece. This is actually going to be something I use on the inside, just to give the inside a little bit of interest. Hands, I might actually choose to use those, but I don't. So we're making do, right? And the Versamark is actually really nice for this. So you can probably see, you can see the leaves in there. My camera's frozen over here. Hopefully it's not. Wake up. It's time to be awake. All right. I don't know whether it's frozen for you guys or not, but I'm going to forge on. So I'm now going to take my Versamark and I'm going to rub it against the edge. I really like to add a little bit of color on my edges. This is going to be adding obviously a tone on tone, very subtle bit of what's going to look like maybe a bit of a darker peach pie. Remember the name. not frozen for you guys, just let me know. It's not really going to change what I can do, but at least I'll know I'm not crazy. And it's just, I would love if you guys can actually see me live, because I hate to think that I'm frozen for you guys too. So now I'm going to take the main piece, the focal piece for the card, and oh, I'm moving again for me. All right, and I'm going to rub the bottom and the edges with my Versamark again, just the focal piece, to get it to look a little bit darker. Again, if I wanted to, I could put some clear embossing powder on where I'm doing this rubbing, and it would make it show up more. So this is going to be subtle, and I'm okay with subtle for the moment. I think you'll be able to see the difference. So can you see that sort of bit of darker color at the edge? It's just that watermark effect that the Versamark gives, and the same here down at the bottom. So, all right. Let's see if I scroll down, if I see more comments. Hi, Nancy. Good to see you here. So glad you're here. All right. So there's my focal piece so far. And now, and I forgot one thing that I need to heat emboss, and that is my white piece. So I'm going to do right at the bottom. For this one, I'm going to use my You Make Things Better. You make good things better. That's what this sentiment says. So I'm just going to use my embossing buddy at the bottom and my Versamark ink pad, and I'm going to stamp right at the bottom. So let's actually get my sizing. You can see how much space I have left there. And so I want to make sure to put the sentiment where it's going to kind of fit in there. Right side up would be helpful. Just realized I was about to stamp it upside down. Good thing is this white piece has two sides, 2 ends and 2 sides. So if that happened, it would be okay. All right. So I'm just going to go ahead and stamp my sentiment. Trying to get that straight on there. Looks pretty good. Hopefully it looks as good once I get some black embossing powder on there. Okay, now I did use the embossing buddy, but look, there's all that black on there. So I'm going to have to get it off with my brush. I know people who really don't like black embossing powder. I think this is probably the reason why. Because it can be challenging to get it neat. But it helps if you're willing to do what I'm doing now, which is just remove any rogue specks that you see on there. I think that's okay. It's still a little bit. Just make sure if you blow on it, you've moved your powder out of the way. So you don't blow the powder all over the room. Okay, one more heat embossing. My embossing tool already cooled off. So it's not, I have to let it heat up just a little bit. Right. Just noticing, I like tilting my head just to see it at the right angle so I can tell if it's getting shiny and raised. It's good light, and being able to see it is crucial to making sure you don't overheat it. Okay, so I'm just going to go ahead and add some seal, Stampin' Seal, to my focal piece. And attach it to my white piece. It should be justified all the way at the top. And this piece is 3 7/8 by 5 1/8. I wanted a little extra black on the edges. I've done each of these a little bit different. I'll show you that in just a minute. And I may decide to trim some of this off, depending on how much black I want. So there's so far. So on this one, I have this piece here is even smaller. It's thinner. I think it's 3 3/4 wide. So you see more black on the sides and on the top. This one is 4 by 5 1/4, as is this. So you have just a little bit of black on the edges. So a little bit of black on the edges, the most black on the edges, and then this is kind of in between. And looks to me like I need to trim off the bottom just a hair so that it's even. I'm going to do off camera over here, just a tiny bit. Make sure my edges are the same. And I'm going to go with this. It has a little bit more of a black edge, but not as much as this one, and a little bit more than those. So let's go ahead and add some adhesive to this. All right. Pretty simple card. I mean, obviously there's lots of steps to doing the heat embossing and the way I did the ground and whatnot, but it's pretty simple, really. So there's what I got. So this, we have a set of colors that are going away, right? The 2024, 2023, 25 color. No, where am I? 2022, 24 colors. This is one of those. And I was so tempted to do a set in those colors because I'm really sad that they're going away. And then I thought, well, I really need to do a new thing. So I'm just going to focus on using the new papers instead of fixating on what I'm sad is leaving. And I think these are turning out so pretty. I'm going to go ahead and attach this little strip of peach pie. I'm remembering. I'm so proud of myself that I'm actually remembering at least this color. And I'm going to put that on the bottom. I'll show you the insides of the other ones in just a sec. Super simple little inside. I love using scraps that I've, would otherwise just throw away to embellish my insides. So I did some of these top folding and some of them side folding. Kind of striking there. Makes me think of Halloween. It's kind of an orangey color. I love the black in color, the single color with the black. So pretty, right? Okay, so got one other element to add to this, and I'm using these adhesive backed sparkle gems. This and I'm going to use, okay, so on some of the others, like this one, I used silver embellishments. This one, I used the black. I'm kind of thinking that maybe the gold might look good on this one. I think I'm doing that. That looks so pretty. So I'm going to use, should I do the big ones or the little ones? I think I'll do the big ones, just like I did on the last one. These actually have sort of a coppery gold look. They're not pure gold and they're not pure copper, if you look at them. And I just really like them because they're so sparkly. So there's my added little bit on the bottom. And of course, On my original card, I had the same kind of element, just in a different spot. I made it down to the bottom because it felt more suited to the bottom. I tried it at the top, but I didn't love it. So there you go. So now I'm going to be making a couple more of these in the 2 additional colors that are the in colors. So I've got the pieces here. I'm not going to do it on camera today, just, you know, in the interest of time. But this is the Summer Splash. So you can see how that, you know, kind of would go with it. And then this one is the Petunia Pop. So that's the whole lovely set. And of course, this is my Rogue Pretty Peacock color from the other set of in colors. So I almost don't want to have it there, but it looks pretty with them too, doesn't it? Got the greens and the pinks and the orange. So colorful, right? Love it. I love doing a set of cards like this. It's just so fun. So there we go. What do you guys think? I'm glad you like them, Missy. Yay. All right, so I'm going to do a little bit of show and tell and share a little bit of what my giveaway is. My giveaway is a tutorial bundle. It's a set of 12 tutorials, and it features one of the most popular suites in the mini catalog. I believe it's the Perennial Lavender. So there's 12 ideas in there. They're pretty simple, generally speaking, designs. But there's instructions for each of those 12, and that's the free giveaway that's in the description of my video. So go and look for it and enjoy it. Now, what I'm doing for my other little special, and then I will show you all my goodies from on stage, is, okay, let's see what else I have on here. I have 6 different tutorials that I'm going to give away at a 21%, 42%, or 63% discount. So this is the text that's in the video description. So I was thinking, you know, it's almost Easter. And if you have that Easter bunny, that adorable Easter bunny stamp set with the punch, this PDF will be great for that. There's 5 really fun Easter bunny cards, Easter themed cards. I think we might have done some that were more versatile than just Easter, but all the bunnies are in there. This was a PDF that was created in collaboration with the other Makers Mojo Creative Escape design team members. So 5 designers and 5 cards, and it's a really, really cute one. So some of them have videos, some of them don't, but that's all included when you look at, if you click on the link, it'll tell you what the discount is, and it will tell you what's included, whether it's just a PDF or video. Actually, I have it right there. PDF and video, PDF and video. So most of them have a video with them. So go ahead and check it out if you're at all interested in any of those. I put a lot of care and time into creating PDF tutorials that are very comprehensive. So I think you'll enjoy it if you get any of them. And I'm giving the discount, of course. Now, if you are a regular customer, and there are some of you out there that buy almost everything that I offer, and I love you for that, so I appreciate that so much. If you're not sure if you have those tutorials yet, don't buy it yet. Reach out to me and let me know which one you're interested in or which ones you're interested in, and I will look it up and see, because I'd rather you do that than have you buy it and then me have to refund it. I actually, I can only refund the total, and I get charged a certain amount on each fee. So reach out to me if there's something you're interested in and you're not sure whether you have it or not, whether you got it. And if you got it and you lost it, then I can probably help you get it again. So, oh, thank you, Nancy. I'm glad you enjoy my tutorials. And you are one of the ones who does almost everything, if not everything, that I offer. So I love you for that. So sweet. All right. So what else? So what else is on here that I need to remind you of? So we just did my rewind redo project, right? So there's what we got. That's the redo. Totally different look, right? And I guess I should have that up there if I'm showing you that. There you go. So and what else? There's a new annual catalog coming out, as you guys know. It's going to be, I'm going to be sending catalogs to all my regular customers, my club members. So if you are a customer of mine and you've purchased $50 or more in the last 6 months, you will automatically get a catalog from me. I'm going to be ordering catalogs on April 2nd. So if you are not sure whether you qualify and want a catalog, or if you'd like to buy a catalog, there's a link in the description of the video as well. Just let me know, buy it, or, whatever, let me know if you want one by April 1st, because I'm going to be ordering them, and I want to make sure that I have enough for everybody. Let's see what else. There's a last chance sale. I mentioned that earlier. So now I showed you those lists very quickly. The lists are out, but the discounts, there's up to 60% discount on the retiring items, doesn't start till April 9th. So we're in a window right now where you can look at those lists, you can plan your order, but you can't get the discounts yet. So those start on April 9th. So that's coming. And then the other thing that's coming is my Taste of a Sweet product shares. And if you're not familiar with those, this was just a little fantasy of mine from many moons ago, where I wanted to be able to get a little bit of all the sweets without having to buy all of them and buy everything or full packs of them. So I decided to devise these Taste of a Sweet product shares. So for each of the sweets, that each share has a little bit of each of the consumable products from that particular sweet. So you can just get a lot more variety without spending a crazy amount of money and having to buy full packs of stuff. So that's what my Taste of Sweet product shares are all about. There's a tab on my website where you can go and get the overview. And then you can also even look at the January to April shares. So you can't order those now, but it will give you an idea of what that's all about if you want to learn more on my website. All right, so that's that. All right, I think I covered all the stuff that I needed to cover. So now let's look at some of the things. If you guys are, you want to say sayonara and be on with your evening, by all means do that. I'm going to show you some of the things that I got at On Stage. And I'm going to go through it really quickly because it's kind of a lot. And, we'll just do things one at a time. Okay, so this, one of my team members made this for me. She also made one for my other team member who was with me, who shares the same anniversary. So our anniversary is March 14th. I was 21 years on March 14th. And Amy is 6 years. So one of the other team members that came, she made a little custom bone folder for us. Isn't that adorable? So cute and so sweet. Let's see what else. I'm just going to start pulling things out. So the product playground was something that Stampin' Up did for us this time. And in the product playground, there were a variety of different activities. One of them was to create this little in-color chart. So we got a sample of the designer of the cardstock. We got to stamp the image so you could see what it looked like inked, and then we used the marker. So really nice little guide for looking at the ink colors, then comparing them and all that. And then, of course, there's the ink colors I showed you before. And you see some of them here, of course. And I showed you the cardstock and the embellishments. Oh, the other thing I forgot to mention. I should say this. I'm going to move away from the gifts for a minute and go back to this. So this is the Easter Bunny set. So there's the tutorial that I'm offering at a discount coordinates with this stamp set and then with the punch. And if you don't have the punch, you can of course cut it out. But that is retiring. It's going to be retiring soon. If you place an order and you buy this from me, I will give you the tutorial for free. Okay. So that's another alternative or option for you. So don't buy it if you think you want to buy the stamp set from me, and I will give that to you for free, or the bundle. This is another item that's retiring, inked and tiled. That's one of the PDFs I'm offering as well at a discount. And same for that. If you buy this from me, and there's also a bundle with a punch, I'll give you the tutorial for free. Same with this one, Dainty Delight. It's retiring. Can you believe it? It also has dies that go with it, tons of dies. I have all kinds of little nibbles in there, leftover pieces. Card salad, as I like to call it, in this stamp set. But same thing. If you want to buy the bundle or the stamp set from me, I will give you the tutorial for free. So there's those. And then one of the other tutorials was the theme was this paper, this naturally gilded designer series paper. It's one of the online exclusive products. Love, love, love this paper. So there's 3 designs in that tutorial for playing with this paper. So there's that. The other tutorials are actually technique classes. One of them is creative play with adhesives, super fun, out of the box ideas. And I thought it was a really fun class. And then watercolor techniques. And that one is chock full. I think the PDF is like over 40 pages long. So yeah, I put lots of time and effort into those. So, okay, there's that. Back to all the goodies. Okay, so when we arrive, if you've never been to one of these events, Stampin' Up! Always gives us a bag. So they gave us this beautiful bag, okay? And it has tons of pockets. You can use it as a backpack, or you can tuck those in and use it as like a carrying bag, because it's got that handle at the top. And it also has a charger cord inside. So you have to put your charger in there, and then, you know, you can charge your phone. So it's just an awesome bag. And look, it kind of coordinates with that color. I think that's not the Shamrock. That's the Summer Splash. Anyway, isn't that pretty? I love that. And in this bag also came this amazing craft organizer. And there you go. You can see inside. You can adjust those, and there's lots of spaces to put things. So really cool, hefty craft organizer. We got these also, these fun, colorful pens. Now, as a person at my title is Silver Elite, and as a Silver Elite title, I got an extra thing. Others at the same title did as well. And this is another little crafty organizer, just fun. Okay, let's see what else. I got a basket over here. There were prize patrols where we got free things given to us, and we got several things. So this was an all set. This was something we got in the product playground. It's a paper pumpkin themed thing. And we also got for crafting, that was paper pumpkin themed, a whole pad of it. So like a lot. We also got this new kit. This is, I think this either just came out or it's just about to come out. I can't remember. To make these really colorful, fun cards. And my screen is frozen. I don't know if you guys' is, but let me know if it's frozen. I'm going to assume that you guys are seeing me. But it has these fun little pop-out elements on these cards. So this is the Hooray for Honeycomb kit. Okay. Again, I'm hoping that I'm not freezing and you're seeing all of this. Okay, also in the product playground. Okay, so let me see. I'm just going to switch these around because my desktop seems to be frozen, but I'm still moving. Okay, so since I'm still moving, I'm going to show you my face instead. Okay, so they gave us this in the product playground. There's a new page or spread in the annual catalog that talks about color theory. And they gave us this. Now, as far as I know, it's not going to be for sale, but it is going to be a great resource. And the page in the catalog has pictures in it. Not quite as helpful as being able to move the wheel, but still really fun and good. So another perk of attending. Okay, what else? This was the stamp set that I chose for the event on Thursday night. And I love this set. I'm just going to bring it right over the camera. So pretty. And then these amazing dies with details. This is part of a bundle. They're bundled together. We didn't use the dies on the projects, but you're going to be seeing more of this one because I really love it. Okay. Somebody wants to and feels like helping me out, just comment and let me know that you're still out there. When comments freeze, then I start worrying that you can't see me or hear me or my screen is frozen. So we created quite a bit on that Thursday night, and it was a lot of free play. So we did this after hours event. It has 9 projects in it. And so we played, some people made projects exactly as designed. Others, yours truly, And one of my team members was there. We played around with mixing and matching the layouts and whatnot. So this is one of the cards that we made at that event on Thursday night. And I didn't quite finish the next one, but this was as far as I got on my playing, because when you're designing, it takes a lot longer than just copying something. So that's a work in progress. What else? Some people, people were swapping. I did not manage to make any swaps myself. Oh, good. You guys are commenting. You're still there. Yay. Yes, the colors of the bag and organizers coordinate with the new colors. Yes, absolutely. I noticed that as well. And you love the Spotlight on Nature stamp set? Yes. So I love it. I love it. You're going to be seeing more, I promise. So I was walking around and people would ask me if I was swapping. And of course, I didn't bring any swaps. So I had to sadly say I didn't have any. But some people just gave them to me. Isn't that sweet? So one person gave me that one. And then another person gave me this one. This is the new Zinnia Designer Series paper. And I think the stamp set is what's also with it. Yeah, makes sense. So that was fun. And one of my team members made this adorable little chocolate holder. This is made with another one of the online exclusive products. It's the latte, something latte. It's all about coffee. Hi, Robin. So glad you're here. I'm showing off all the fun goodies that I got. I'm getting to the end because I know you saw them last night. We had a team meeting last night, and I showed off all of this to those guys as well. And some of them were there with me, so they didn't have to see it. But this was an event that I went to Saturday night, and the person who hosted it gave everybody one of these with the adorable little alphabet dies in there. And then I registered early, so I got this too, dimensional. So that's always fun. And let's see what else. Some beautiful cards that some of my teammates made. Robin, who just joined us. And am I remember? Yes, Robin. Robin made this one. Isn't that so cute? So cute. And sweet too. Okay, and then this one. Trish was there also. Robin's sister, actually. Love keeping stamping in the family. And she made this sweet card. So sweet. For my anniversary. They collaborated on a very, very cute set of gifts. This was another thing that Trish made. Has my name on there somewhere. Let's see. It's on the beads in there. And cute little treats with candy. Another one. And then I got a couple at one of the events. I got one of these, and then Robin and Trish gave me this, which is adorable little adhesive holder. Okay, so I got to show you. So it holds the snail. Isn't that cute? So cute. And then at the other event I went to, I got this, another adhesive holder. And I can never have enough because I have a classroom and I have classes here in my studio and I can always use those. So that's wonderful. Now, I also put together a gift for my team. And I'm going to show you what that was. And I'm getting down to the end. So we're almost at the end here. So I gave everybody like a collapsible bag. And I don't actually have one handy, but it's the kind of bag where you can take it with you traveling because it smushes up into nothing. And then you can open it up and you have something a bag to carry your things in. And so that was one of the things. And then I made a little custom, well, I had it made for everybody, a little custom mini chamois. So it says I'm a Treehouse Chick at Onstage Houston 2024, a little memento. Everybody said they weren't going to use it because it's too cute and they didn't want to dirty it, but whatever, that works. I gave them all a little adhesive holder like that one. So many adhesive holders. It's very fun. Made everybody a little pin that has my logo on it. Hope you guys can see it. It's the glare. It says I'm a Treehouse Chick team member. So anyway, that was just a fun little extra. And then I made everybody a custom notebook. So I had to make one for myself too. And did you notice? I have to bring this over here. This was cracking me up. It's the trees, of course, because I'm in love with these trees. It coordinates with the bag. Go figure. It's almost like I planned it. but I didn't because I had no idea what Stampin' Up was going to give us, but pretty cool. I was very excited about that. So it opens up and opens up, well, just like that. And I actually, the technique that I'm using on here is what I'm going to be doing at the Brilliant Black Technique class. So if you've signed up for that, I am planning to include details about this notebook in that tutorial. So, and I haven't finished the PDF tutorial yet, but what I will likely do, if anybody's interested, is I will sell the PDF beyond, beyond the class. I can't do kits anymore because I've already cut all the kits and everything. But if you're interested, the tutorial is going to have 3 primary projects. I showed them 2 weeks ago on the video on the 7th. And then it's going to have a couple bonus projects. So this will be one of them. And then there's another one. So it's going to be a very fun class. Anyway, and you can tell I love that stamp set. And I used the leaves on the side with the technique as well. So anyway, I'm proud of my book. I like my little book. You can always use a notebook, right? Okay. Am I missing any? Oh, I'm missing one thing here. Okay, so this was one thing that, let's see if I can flip my camera over and show you on the desktop. It might be easier if it hasn't frozen. Okay, my hand is showing, so that means I can show it. So the thing that I got for Prize Patrol was, maybe it's sticking again. Getting stuck again. Okay, I don't know if it's stuck for you, but I don't trust it. All right, so it's called the Frames and Flowers 12 by 12 specialty paper. And in there, there's 3 full-size pieces of designer paper, and then 3 sheets that have these die cuts, shapes on them. Some of them, as you can see, have fallen out. I tried to put them in this so that you guys would be able to see better what was in there. So that's one sheet of the die cuts. This is another one. Right, it's upside down right there. And then this is the third one that has the die cuts. These are rectangular shapes. The inside comes out and you can create with them. So Stampin' Up's got this new line of what they're calling quick and easy designs, or materials, supplies, so that it's quicker and easier to make cards, right? So if you don't want to create from scratch, you have card bases that they're going to be selling. I have one of them sitting around here somewhere, but I think I buried it. And then embellish, elements like these that make it really easy. These are the designer papers that come in that set. So 3 different sheets, 3 different patterns. So just going to show them one at a time. So not an ideal angle here, but we're going with it, right? Because my phone still seems to be frozen. But some of these patterns they're actually, and then this one, which I really like a lot. So much fun. And who doesn't love freebies, right? And I probably have forgotten something somewhere in here, but that's enough, right? We've been here for a long time together. So I hope you enjoyed my little walk through all of my goodies and freebies. Right now, the only place where the links are for my 21% off, my 42% off, and my 63% off tutorials are in the description of this video. It's the only place right now. I might decide I have to put them somewhere else in an email or whatever, but right now this is the only place. So go to the description of the video, check out the ones that I am offering, and take advantage as you see fit. Again, if you're not sure if you've already got that tutorial, you already paid for it as part of a class, reach out to me and let me know, and I will double check for you. And if you decide to purchase any of the stamp sets that I mentioned, just send me an email saying I purchased. You said you'd give it to me for free, and I will give it for free. I need help remembering all these things, right? I promise. And I will remember if you remind me. So yeah, and don't forget to go to the end of the video description to get the free tutorial bundle that anybody and everybody can get. So enjoy that. I hope you will. And if you don't have the perennial lavender material products, you can, I'm sure, easily use the layouts and the designs with other designer paper. and just get creative with it. So, all right. I think that wraps it up for me. Yes, lots of great stuff for sure. And thank you so much for watching and participating and enjoying my 21st anniversary with me. Oh, I should also say that, oh, you're welcome for the free tutorial bundle. I'm happy to provide that. Oh, darn. Fleeting thought. Now it is gone. Oh, yeah. So I have put some caps on how many of these deeply discounted tutorials I'm going to offer. So I think I put a cap of 5 on each. So, if you respond fairly quickly, you'll likely have no problem getting one. But just know there is a cap on it. So if it stops, if it doesn't give you the discount, that's because it's sold out. And I will probably offer it until either they sell out or maybe a week from now, something like that. So we'll just keep celebrating for the next week or so. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. And I will be back as long as everything goes as planned to show you what's in that box. And with all of what I have to show you that are part of the new annual catalog, Taste of a Sweet product shares. So stay tuned for that coming next Thursday. All right, everybody, have a wonderful evening. Love you. Thanks for joining me. And happy crafting.